Hi, welcome to Bird
Hi,
Bitches. I'm Holly,
I'm Taylor,
and
and it's
New
Yay!
Year's Day!
Tuesday!
Woo!
And forget all lang syne, we have a new anthem from the Queen. God
Yeah,
save the Queen,
God save the
Miss
Queen.
Swift.
God save the Queen.
Yes. What did I say?
You said God save the Queen.
Oh,
God save the Queen.
yay!
Woo!
So yeah, we're breaking down New Year's Day.
These are addictive.
I know, right?
Yes.
They're so much fun.
I can't stick it in my. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yay! All right, so let's get into it. We need to light a candle.
Yes, because we are going to burn a bridge.
We're burning these bridges, baby.
Yeah. All right. Once again, our Sparta candle. They have seen that I've tagged them on Instagram. Oh!
Did yours just explode?
A little bit. Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. It's New Year's. Anything can happen.
I don't know. But I don't know if they've actually watched the videos, but they at least know that I'm tagging them. So
yay.
Yay. Dwayne and Bob. We love you.
Yay. All right.
Good. All righty. Woo! We're ready to burn, baby.
We are ready to burn, but before we burn, I do have to point out this amazing thing that my brother made me for Christmas. I know. I don't even have a... Ah, my fridge.
What?
I know. Hold on.
What is happening?
Yeah. What is happening?
Oh my goodness. We can't properly bracelet shake.
Fear not.
You have one or two available.
Yeah. Fear not, everyone. I was, yeah. Took them off, put this ridiculous butterfly shirt on. His wings. And
it's fantastic. I love it.
And I don't know.
I would like catch it in the flame of the candle and
yes, that's I'm foreseeing that happening with the candle right here. I'm like, and now I'm gonna be on fire. But I have to show you guys this. So my brother made me this.
It's amazing.
Christmas. Look at how amazing this is. He got this like kit on like the set was like for I think like some like superhero or something. So he had to find this set and then he figured out how to make the Midnight's cover out of it.
How did he do that? Oh my god, he must be
magic. Yeah, and so,
of course he's magic because you're a magic.
I mean, like, how awesome is this? It's like I cannot stop staring at it. I'm like deeply obsessed with it.
I love it. It's beautiful.
I know. So, shout out to my bro, Chris.
Yeah. So rocking our yes, I know. I love how flamenco you get with it. Rocking some new Christmas Swiftie presents.
Yes.
I got well, you can't really see my hand harp, but they're pink. They're very cool. I am wearing my TCP sweats because I'm never taking them off of my body.
Course. Like, why would you?
Right.
Why would you?
Decal for my car that says probably listening to Taylor Swift, which
as you should be.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've been adding to the studio.
Yeah,
it's still a work in progress.
Mine is too. I did this completely insane thing where I took apart all the furniture in the Sparkx office, and I'm in the process of rebuilding it all now. And it's quite the mess in here, but so far we're doing good. So far,
yeah.
So far,
looks good. Looks good.
Yeah,
you need to put the Swiftyverse up.
I know, and
some amazing person made for you. I don't know.
I know. I am putting yours up like right in here. I just haven't gotten to it yet, and I'm hanging like the Eras poster and like a bunch of other stuff that I haven't had the time to do quite yet. But I am doing it, and I cannot wait. I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay!
Fun. I love doing stuff like that.
Me too. Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right, so let's get into Well, we should toast, right, for New Year's?
Yes. Okay, so we have our champagne. Hopefully we won't have champagne problems.
Yeah, hopefully
with our champagne.
I put an ice cube in there, but it melted. So.
You're so classy. All right. Oh boy. Okay, don't spill it, Taylor.
This looks like the lyric video for Champagne Problems right now.
Ooh,
all we need is a raindrop into the bottom. Yay!
I tried to find non-alcoholic because if you know me, I don't really drink. But Target did not have a wide variety, so I got alcoholic. So we're just gonna see what happens.
Me too. Let's go for it.
Woo! All right, toast to you.
Toast to you.
Wink. And much
toast
better
to the Swifties.
2025, please.
Oh yeah, much more cool. 2025, please.
Yes.
Please.
All right.
Manifesting. Be much better.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it's yum.
Ooh. Yeah, it's yummy. Nice.
Definitely alcoholic. Woo. All right.
Alrighty.
Well, I think there's some glitter on the floor after the party.
Yep.
Girls
carrying shoes down by the lobby.
Their shoes because we can't wear high heels all night long.
No, we can't. We cannot. So, give me your thoughts, feelings, vibes.
Yeah. Well, do you think this song is really about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day?
No, I don't.
I don't think so either. We're going to all this trouble.
This is not about this.
I have a banner. We have the toots and the champagne, and yet that's not what the song is about. But that's okay, because any excuse, right?
Any excuse. And to stay on theme, I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think that this song is about I think it's about it's how she views her relationships in the past and saying how she wants this one to be different. Like where she's, especially the part where she starts with don't read the last page, but I stay when it's hard and I'm making mistakes and all of that. Like I think that she's like, I love this so much, but like the reality is that most of the times something happens and they leave, whether I bail or they bail or they can't handle my fame or they can't handle Taylor Swift, the massive megastar.
Right.
And
and every relationship ends until the relationship that doesn't.
Right. Exactly. And I think that she's like, so hold on to the memories, they'll hold on to you, because even though I want this to work so bad, the odds are here that something's probably going to happen where, you can't handle it or, whatever, something happens. What do you think?
I have a little bit of a different take on it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I don't think it has anything to do with New Year's. But I think the metaphor is New Year's Day as a beginning.
Yeah.
And I think it's sort of like it's sort of about when they first declared their relationship status, or maybe they were, back and forth or whatever, and they decided they were going to do this thing together.
Right.
And she's kind of saying, listen, maybe she had discovered his, issues with the depression or the mental health issues or whatever, obviously he knew a lot of the stuff she came to it with. And maybe she was starting to learn some of the stuff that he came with. And I feel like she's saying, you just hold on to the memories, the good stuff, the fun stuff that we do, and I'm going to hold on to you. So okay. I kind of see it as not really sad, but kind of it really is very telling about how their relationship was maybe unbalanced in terms of her doing a lot of the emotional labor.
Yeah.
And a lot of the being the person to try to cheer him up or to make it work or to come to, the person kind of keeping those building blocks together. And then I think we see that again in So Long London.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my God. Well, definitely.
Yeah, I see those two songs as like bookends of their relationship. Yeah. New Year's Day being really the start of their relationship and sort of the declaration of this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then So Long London is, listen, I held on with my, white knuckle
dying grip. Yeah.
And I was not going to abandon the ship.
Right.
Just like I promised you in that song, however many albums ago.
Right.
But, it didn't work.
Yeah. I also think that it's like it's also the metaphor to me is like, there's glitter on the floor after the party, like all the sparkly stuff. Like, so it's like this is a song about us, not in any type of spotlight, not in time of like the glittery aspects of what fame is in my life, about the public eye view. Like it's like after all the friends, photographers, whatever you want to link into that fame group of celebrity life, is once all that's gone, like I'll be sitting here with you cleaning up the mess from whatever has been made, you know what I mean, whatever, like the PR hit pieces or all of the messiness. I'll be cleaning it up here with you on New Year's Day. And I think that that the other line that like strikes me in this song is like, you squeeze my hand 3 times in the taxi then it's like I can tell it's going to be a long road. And so that's like going back to what you were saying, where like there's like hints of like she knows that there's these things, about him, but and maybe even her, and how those things with him affect the things with her. You know what I mean? Like she knows there's something, that's I'll be there if you're the toast of the town, or if like you have to crawl home or whatever, you know what I mean? If you strike out and you're crawling home. I mean, which signals a lot about his career at that time too. Like, doesn't it? Like, he was not having like this like stellar career,
I mean, has he ever really had a stellar career? I mean, no. I'm not even that clear on all the things he's been in.
Yeah, I mean, because no one cares. I mean, I hate to say it, but like no one really cares. I mean, I like it to say that, but like he's not like this, like he's up for an Oscar, actor, you know what I mean? Like
there's something about him that, I mean, she calls him a magnetic force of a man, and of course that's how you should see your partner. And I'm sure he's different in person, and she saw things in him that we'll never see. But didn't someone in Sparkx call him like Mayo or something? Like there's a blandness to him. Absolutely. That he seems to blend in.
He really does, yes.
And maybe part of that is calculated on his part, because he doesn't seem to like the spotlight very much, which, okay, so then maybe don't date Taylor Swift, but
yeah. And I think it's always this risk assessment you take in your head. I think when you're getting ready to get into a relationship with Taylor, it's probably something like,
you sound like like you've done it.
Yeah, like I feel like there is like this like conversation like you have with yourself, like, okay, I know I'm like pretty jealous of things and like highly competitive, but I'll let it go for this incredible person. But then what happens is it's like, no, actually, I'm going to pout about the fact that she wins everything and I don't. And then I'm going to stop showing up to applaud her. And then I'm going to, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I think what this song is also saying is like, this never ends. Like the trajectory I'm on, it never ends. It never ends with the press. It never ends with the fans. It never ends with the speculation. It never ends with people being so massively interested in what I'm doing. It never ends. So it's like I can never give you peace. Like if you want peace, it's the one thing I can absolutely not give you. And on New Year's Day, it's like, okay, well, here we are. Like we're doing this, but when I hear her say, like, hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you, is that if you, like, no matter what happens, you are going to have these incredible memories of the time that you spent with me. Okay. And hold on to them, because they're not going to let you go. And what I mean by that also is, like, they're not going to let it go in the press. You are always going to be associated with me. You will be either my boyfriend or my ex. You will be the fodder of songs, of fans, podcasts, of YouTube videos. I mean, look, we're doing it right now. Like, it's exactly what she, so to me, when she says that, like, hold on to the memories, because they will hold on to you. It's like, even when you want to forget this, the world is not going to let you forget. But let me tell you something. I will move on.
But it sounds like you feel like she saw this as sort of doomed from the start.
I don't think I feel like it was doomed from the start. I think there's a part of her that's like, there's a reality of her life that is, she had never met anyone, even this guy, that has been able to handle the hugeness of her life, of her as a person, and how the world reacts to her, day after day, year after year. So she's like, listen, I'm gonna try to not leave. Like, when she says that, like, don't read the last page. When everything's going wrong and I'm making mistakes, because I want all of your midnight. I want your midnights. I do want this, but please don't see this part where it's like everything that you are trying to shy away from, which is like his aversion to, like, being famous or, like, press and all this. Like, don't, like, when it gets to that, when those moments are happening, like, know that I'm still going to try to, like, keep you here. I'm going to try, but most of the time people can't handle it. So, and if that's the case, then hold on to the memories, because without question, they will hold on to you.
You won't be able to forget me, baby.
And the world won't let you, because they, like, those memories are going to be, people are going to, they're doing it now. Still, we're doing it currently in this very second. But, like, ever since they broke up, there's been so much shit about him in the news, and it's always in reference to Taylor. It's nothing about, like,
well, yeah,
anything that he's done. It's like Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend, Joe Alwyn. I mean, that's like the preset of his, like, the beginning, the prefix of his name for forever now.
Yeah.
And so those memories are holding on to him. You know what I
mean? Well, and she's written several songs about that, like Peace and the Albatross, and another one that I'm blanking on at the moment. But so I definitely think she's very, of course she is well attuned to the discourse around her relationships and how the fame affects her relationships. And it does seem like Travis is okay with all of that. And
without question.
Unbothered. He's had his own fame and his, In
fact, I think that he loves it.
Yeah.
I would go as far as to say, like, I think he loves the attention. Like, it's not something he's like, oh no. He's like, yes.
And people say that as a bad thing.
No.
And I don't think it is, because that's what she needs.
Absolutely. I think it's the greatest thing ever for her, because she's like, and like, she said it herself at the award show. She's like, he just makes everything fun, because, like, I guarantee you that not just, like, her boyfriends, but, like, other people in her life, like her circles of friends, sometimes it's too overwhelming. Like, I can't, like, I would love to show up for whatever, but, like, honestly, like, I can't deal with, like, everything that's going to happen. Me just showing up at this thing. I mean, who knows? But, like, it's the
logistics, just of security and I mean, I read for Christmas. I mean, I'm sure he got her many things, but the big thing that is reported that he did for her for Christmas was got this huge security package and like panic rooms and security guards 24/7 and at the Kansas City house, and that's not the most romantic present in the world, but it's necessary for them to feel safe and secure after his house is broken into, she's had stalkers, she's the bomb threat, and all of these things. And
what's wild to me though is like she goes everywhere with her own security, like 24/7. So he got extra security on top of them
for the house.
Oh, for the house. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, I think like people who like monitor the house 24/7.
Yeah.
What always cracks me up is that when you see the security, like I'm assuming they're probably technically her security guards, but they're theirs, and he like looms over there.
Yeah. I know.
He could probably take the security guards down if he had to. Like that's his job, basically.
Right.
I mean, he is a magnetic force of a man. Again, Travis.
Absolutely. Without question. I think that she has been dreaming of this man and writing about his exact being for a very, very long time. And
obviously, I mean, every time I find something else in the songs, like the red and the gold connection that I made earlier this week, and I'll just explain it in case there are people here who are not on the Sparkx Fly app.
Oh, I know.
By the way,
must be
subscribe. Like we want to try to build our numbers here. Yeah. Also, the Sparkx Fly app. Like, let's make this a whole thing.
Absolutely.
So my theory or my realization, I guess, is that for a long time she talked about how love was red. She used the color red. We know 1,000,000 times over to describe love. And then basically when she was with Joe, it kind of turned into gold. The invisible string was gold, and
golden tattoo.
I used to think love was burning red. Now it's golden. A golden tattoo, which I wish we could get golden tattoos because that would look sick.
That would
and now she's dating a guy whose team colors are red and yellow, but gold.
I know.
And it's like, how does she do this? She doesn't. She did it. It happened.
It did happen. And also, like, let's just talk about like how she's like referenced so many like high school tropes of like the cheerleader and the star football player being like the best, and like she's literally like she is like the national cheerleader.
Right.
For the
and you'll do bigger things than dating the boy on the football team.
Yeah.
And stay. You come out, wearing a football helmet.
Yeah.
My Eagles jersey.
Yes. Hanging on
which
like band or team. Yes. I don't know.
But it's just like I just feel like Jason must get such a kick out of that one line about, my Eagles jersey on the chair.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And of course the 87 and 89 Mary song.
I know.
It's just
that he was born on her grandmother's birthday.
Oh yes, I knew there was another one. It's so beautiful, and it gives you hope. It gives me some. I mean, you listen to The Prophecy.
Oh yeah.
Which someone, I think Rolling Stone just named it like the #1.
Rob Sheffield did. Who wrote Heartbreak is an Airplane.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's such a devastating song, and I remember the first time I heard it.
Oh my God.
Feeling like, preach, sister. Like,
seriously.
But that she really did. She was feeling that way.
Yeah.
And then to find, I don't know. That's not the song we're talking about, but
it all links together in my opinion, because I think that's what's the difference between like New Year's Day. It's like, yeah, I really want this to work, but let me just tell you something. Like when this came out, she was going through like one of the worst public relations nightmares that's ever existed. Like she's like, I don't know, like what, like I want this to work. I love you. You've helped me through this incredibly difficult time, but and I'll be here picking up bottles with you on New Year's Day. However,
which like the mundane stuff, You know,
Yeah,
it's like
I
the
will
New
do
Year's
that.
Eve is the kiss. I mean, New Year's Eve is, it's a very romantic holiday. It's
And
why I get sad, like,
and it's a
because
very
I don't have a
glittery
midnight
holiday.
kiss. You know, like,
Yeah, I mean, but
and the fireworks and the confetti and the you dress up and it's a thing. It's a romantic. It's When Harry Met Sally, my favorite movie. You
yeah,
know, it's the guy
it's
rushes
definitely
to the party to confess his love. You know,
yeah, it's
um,
all of those things for
but
sure.
it's New Year's Day that
Mhm.
is the mundane. It's the cleaning up. It's the hangover. It's the uh, dealing with there's a new year in front of us and how are we going to deal with that. And so I think that's why this song is New Year's Day and not
Absolutely.
New Year's Eve.
Well, right, because in my head it's like New Year's Eve is the metaphor for her career and all the things that happen, and New Year's Day is the aftermath of, you know, the paparazzi shots, the articles that are horrible, the whatever it is, like all of those things that encompass fame and celebrity, I view in this song as New Year's Eve. New Year's Day is recovering from all this. So like it's a cycle. Like, yeah, there's glitter on the floor after the party. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like whether it be after the Grammys, the whatever, like you name it. Whoever, like all of the stuff that she does that we don't even know about. But like all of those events, tours, like tours and all of it. But the day after is like I'll still be here with you. But like, when she says like, please don't ever become a stranger whose laugh I can recognize anywhere. To me, that's a begging. That's like, please, like, I want you to be here. Please don't ever become a stranger again whose laugh I can recognize anywhere. Like, that would be so hurtful. How also, but if it does end, hold on to these memories because they are going, like, be prepared. They're going to hold on to you. Like, you are not going to be able to escape this choice that you made in being in a personal relationship with me. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not going to be able to escape it. And it will be, in my head, it's like, it's going to be before anything you do, like, movie-wise on your resume, it's going to be like Taylor Swift's 6-year relationship. Like, that's like how most people know him. If not almost everyone, like Joe Allen. Oh, the guy who dated Taylor Swift for 6 years. Yes. Not like esteemed actor. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like Oscar nominated actor Joe Allen. No, it's like, oh, the dude who, like, the guy who, it's not like, they don't even say actor, to be honest. It's like the dude who dated Taylor Swift for 6 years. Yes, that's the actor we're referring to. But it's not even in his, in his bio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I think that's, I don't know. So I think this song is like a really interesting mix of like, I want you to stay so bad, because I love this safety that I feel in this exceptionally turbulent time in my life. But also, like, Taylor's like, I know that I am a phoenix and I will rise from these ashes. And so when I rise from those ashes, will he be able to handle that Taylor? The recovered Taylor? I don't know.
Right, because
hold on to the memory,
first part of their relationship, they were kind of secluded, right? I mean, she went off and hid from the world, basically.
Right. And she's like, I'm not gonna be hiding forever. I mean, like, this song to me has like many different meanings to it, because it's like, it's a comfort, like, and it's like, I'm gonna be here with you doing the mundane things, but it also is like, so just a little note out there to you that hold on to these memories and get some peace with them, because you're never going to let them go. Like, you're never going to be able to part with them. There is going to be no separation between your time with me and anything else you do for the rest of ever. You know what I mean? Like, and that's wild to think about. And that's a lot of pressure. Like, I would think that would be so much pressure on Taylor, knowing that. Like, it's such a huge amount of weight that you carry with you when you're like, you know, I know this person like loves their privacy. That's like super important to them. He wants this little quiet life, but I love him too. And with me comes this forever view into this person's life. And he, no matter what he does, it would be like, if he gets nominated for an Oscar, it'll be like Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend nominated for an Oscar. Like his name won't even be mentioned in it. You know what I mean? Like that's, I mean, we see it now. Like I've read so many articles. It's like Taylor's ex-boyfriend. I'm like, damn, I don't even say his name. Like, I'm not a Joe defender by any stretch, but like, damn, that's a lot to.
Yeah,
that's a lot to hold. You know what I mean?
It's almost like if we can put it into like real people terms, non-celebrity terms.
Yeah.
When you get into a relationship with someone and you sort of know that it's not perfect, you see some of the red flags. And red flags are not necessarily deal breakers, but they're concerns, right? And so you see the red flags, but you like that person so much. Yeah. You like how they make you feel. You like whatever it is you have with that person so much that you push forward. Yes. And you bury that kind of stuff. And it's still there. Yeah. And it kicks up sometimes. But you do what you can to make it work. And I think that this song is Taylor kind of saying, like, listen, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I see that you're squeezing my hand 3 times in the taxi because you're anxious or you're upset. Or, I mean, we don't know why he was squeezing her hand, but he was giving her some kind of message that he didn't like what she was doing, or he didn't like that there was paparazzi outside the taxi. Right. He was anxious or he was depressed or whatever. Yeah. And that's what she's saying. Oh, it's going to be a long road because we're going to be a lot of whatever's going on, you know? But she's gonna make it work because that's how Taylor is. And this is like, not to get too parasocial, but like I relate to her on that. Like I see this, I like it. I'm going to do what I can I need to twist this and turn this and do what I can, be that people pleaser, and whatever, and like say that I did everything I could to try to make this work before I go down with the ship. Yeah. Because I just love it so much. I want it to be right. Maybe, she saw those invisible strings. Yeah. And thought it's meant to be. It's supposed to happen. It's, it's kismet. It's whatever. Yeah. She was telling herself these stories, which we do. Absolutely. And especially, if we're a romantic person, we see the things and we're like, oh, this is such a great story. I want to tell the story at our wedding or whatever. Right. And so she was willing to like force the puzzle pieces to fit, even if they weren't really fitting. And that's why I think the song it's more of a sad song because it's really giving us a glimpse into her saying, listen, I see the red flags. I see my red flags. I see your red flags. I see the situational red flags. And like you, where are you? Like you said, I'm never going to get the cameras right, by the way. I can foresee maybe an ending, or I know that that's all ended before, but I'm going to do what I can to make this work. I'm a workhorse. I'm a worker. Yeah. I know how to put the hard work in. And if that's what this relationship needs, baby, I'm going to do it. But you can't sustain that. No, you can't sustain that, especially like when at this time period, like she was in a low. Mm-hmm. And like she knows, like I'm going to recover. Like I will. It's going to take me some time, but like, is he going to be able to relate to me when I'm not low key anymore? Mm-hmm. When I'm not low key Taylor and I'm like, get out the diamonds, baby. I am. When she's bejeweled. Yeah. When she's like bejeweled to the max, like owning every room. Like when she's back there, I don't know. Like you might not. If we look at that song, I think she's very much saying he couldn't. Couldn't handle it. Like he could only handle low key Taylor, while she was like recovering from the horrible, Snakegate and all of
all of that.
And the precautions, yeah.
Yeah. But like I think in this song she's also like, when I hear that you grabbed my hand 3 times in the taxi, it's going to be longer. Like to me, what I envision is this like them in a taxi, there's like 2 cameras, like not even a big deal. And he's like freaking out. And she's like, oh wow.
Like, you have no idea, dude.
Yeah, like this is really gonna be a long road. If like the 2 camera guys are freaking this guy out, like wait till we like, and all the things in her mind like are going on in her, like wait till we get to my New York house, wait till we go to whatever, wait till I go on tour, wait till blah, 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 wait till, like, I mean, it's a whole long list, you know? Like in her Tribeca house, like she had to like build a wing for her like 24/7 like security team that like lives. I mean, it's her life is such a production that very, very few people could truly, I think, deal with it. Like, because it's wild. It's wild. You know what I mean? It's awesome. And I love it. And I think it's like endlessly fascinating, but there's like a part of Taylor that's like Taylor the person and then Taylor the everything else. And I think that, you know, the everything else is so massive and so much like risk aversion, like all these like, you know, security plans and security detail and thinking 87 million steps ahead because of what if somebody does this. I mean, that is like, you know, to go to the grocery store, like what she's not doing. It's like, even like her, like people in direct relation to her, like are at risk of, you know,
absolutely
whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and if they know that you've been at my house at a party, they're going, like, somebody's going to hound you down for an interview and ask like what happened and blah, 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 blah. And like,
and knowing who to trust. And
it's like, it's insane. And so I think that's also why in this song, she only says, and I will hold on to you once. Like she says, it's the last time. It's the last time that phrase goes. But every other time,
I never picked up on that.
Yeah,
you're
like
right though. She does. She only says it once. Then she says they will hold on to you.
It's hold on to the memories. They will hold on to you every single time until the last time she says it, and then she says, "I will hold on to you." But it's like the last little line of it. You know what I mean? And it's actually whose laugh I could recognize anywhere, and then the overlap is I will hold on to you. So it's like she will, but like she's telling you repeatedly over and over again to hold on to the memories because they will hold on to you. You know?
Right. She's gonna hold, I mean, that the line about the laughter, whose laugh I would recognize anywhere, that kills me. That's such a devastating line.
Devastating.
Because we do I think all of us, if we don't already, we will have someone in our lives that we know so well.
Yeah.
But we've separated for some reason. I'm not necessarily talking about like a relationship or, I mean, a friend, whatever.
Right.
We would recognize them from behind. We would recognize their laugh. We would recognize their walk, their gait. Because we just, that's how well and
absolutely
profoundly we know that person. Even if I haven't seen that person for 10 years, 15 years, whatever. And she's already like, don't be that person.
Yeah. But yeah, like please don't become that stranger whose laugh I can recognize anywhere. But also like, I mean, I've spent like probably an ungodly amount of time thinking about like how the rings of like inner circle don't work in Taylor's life. And like, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to get in it, obviously, and there's so much you have to do to get in it. But then once you're out of it, I feel like there's so many layers that protect her that it's like you're here right now with me and I don't want to lose you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to become this stranger, but this is all of the stuff that you have to like sign off on and like kind of give up in your own life to make this work. And it's like, if it can't be like that way, then okay. But then like the option is like, but then you'll become a stranger whose laugh I can recognize anywhere. And that's just what, like, my life will keep on like, it will keep going. Like it just keeps going. You know what I mean? And
right. It has to.
Yeah, and it has to. And like, and the devastation that you feel, like, remember those pictures of like Joe after their breakup, and he's like all crying around London and like looking like horrible and like all this stuff. It's like they were together like 6.5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Taylor had a new boyfriend in like a week, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't it like monstrous? Like, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's like, not that but I mean, and there's a whole another story with Maddie and like, I think the depth of their relationship, which I completely think is 100% valid.
Yeah.
But again, it's like here, like I'm sort of telling you, like how we stay like this is that all that outside noise, you've got to get rid of it. You got to like get over the whatever's making you nervous in the cab. Like you got to like. Mm-hmm. You have to like be able to walk out of these doors and not try to hide me from the cameras and like shove me in that car like he did. You have to like, you have
to be willing to do the pep walks, because
like you can't.
It gets worse if you don't do it.
Yeah, and you can't really expect me that I'm gonna be like holed up in like somewhere in the UK in secrecy forever. Like I'm just having like a downtime right now. Like I will be.
This isn't my normal life.
This is not normal. This is not.
So do you think? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. Go on.
If COVID and lockdown had not happened, do you think they would not have lasted as long?
No, definitely not.
Me neither.
Definitely not. I think that what would have happened was she would have gone on the Lover tour.
Loverfest, yeah.
And he would have been like, I can't handle it. Because I just think
I mean, she basically got 2 more years of that seclusion.
Yep.
With him.
Mm-hmm.
And once she really started getting back out there,
gone.
The airport, that's when it ended. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. And she was like, well, hold on to the memories, because they will hold on to you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like that.
And by the way, Maddie.
Yeah. How are you? Like,
well, I mean, like we've talked about before, like we definitely both feel like she had grieved that before she and Joe actually broke up.
Oh yeah.
She had kind of mentally and emotionally grieved it, and it's not like she was being callous.
No, I think that she was like, unfortunately, this man cannot ever allow me to shine without somehow hurting his like his whole personality. I mean, there's so many songs in TTPD and even in Midnights where it's like, oh, Fresh Out the Slammer, I mean, to me is like, whoa, like, I mean,
yeah, like
this guy is really, really, really not into her shining. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like when you compare your relationship to prison.
Yeah, just 1 hour of sunshine.
I think maybe it's not great. Like maybe at the end there, things weren't going so well.
Yeah, I think it was like I think she was rebuilding enough in her like internally and in it was after the pandemic, and she's like, and I'm ready to do this giant major production called the Eras Tour, and it's going to be like monstrously huge, and it's going to be the biggest one that's ever been, and I'm going to like go out the hardest that I've ever like could imagine. I'm going to work so like it's going to be incredible. It's going to be like world stopping. And he's probably like, what? Like, I'm trying to like collect pebbles off the beach in Ireland, like in seclusion with you. She's like, no, like those years, those were like the New Year's Day years, but like I need to go into my New Year's Eve era, which is like, you know what I mean? Like I told you this shit was not permanent, and pretty much said like please don't become a stranger. But she doesn't say don't like fully. She's like, please don't. But like the please don't to me also is like a softer way of like saying, I mean, this will really hurt me if if you do, but like I won't. It's not gonna end. It's not gonna like end my whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, please
Well,
don't.
because she knows she can survive
Yeah, she's like
a breakup. She knows she's
absolutely.
lived without him before, and she knows she can live without him again.
Yeah, and she also knows that she's Taylor Swift, and like when she rebuilds, she's going to be so strong, and it's gonna be, you know. And I know what I think that in all fairness to like anyone in her circle, there probably is like, you know, most people's minds don't uh like most people's minds don't like shed and like get reborn in that fast. Do you know what I mean? Like entire personas, eras, vibes, like all of it, like in a like it's probably hard to keep up with that. And like during that like Reputation phase, Lover through Evermore, there was a she was very subdued. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then Midnight's came out and was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, who's this sparkling masterpiece that we get to see again, you know? And then she's like, and now we're doing the Air Story. And now we're doing, like, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, and then like Tortured Poets comes out and it's like basically like 30 songs about Maddie.
Yep.
I mean, there's like 2 songs about like Joe, but like, do you know what I'm saying? She's like, hold on to those memories.
There's one song about Joe. There's 2
Hold
songs
on to
about Travis.
Yeah, and there's yes, right, and there's some about Travis. I can't wait for her full Travis album.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be awesome. I hope it's like.
I hope it's like the rock album.
Yes, I hope it's a crazy love rock album. It should be.
Yes, it should be.
It should be like a rock musical.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
I would literally die. Yeah, so I don't know. Like this song to me is like a warning shot in a way. Like, yeah, I'm here. I don't know. Like it's sad. It's always sad to me, the song. It's like, oh man. Like don't I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't become
we would just you know, the way it starts off. Like it starts off with there's glitter on the floor after the party. Like it starts off on a low, basically.
Yeah.
Like so yeah,
it also starts off like there's glitter on the floor after the party, which is like the party was like the main event. So like New Year's Eve, so it's like flashy and like who knows what like was there and like camera, like it's a fame thing. Like I had all my celebrity friends. I mean, it was like glitters on the floor after the party. Like there's remnants of this part of my life, and it like you know how hard glitter is to get off of anything. Like it's like there's glitter on the floor after the party. People are still leaving, right? You know?
Yeah.
Girls carrying shoes down by the lobby. Polaroids and all of it
candle
are on the hard
Polaroids.
And Polaroids on the hardwood floor. You know. And then she also brings up, this is the interesting thing about this song. She brings up both Midnights and Evermore, which I find to be stunning. Like did she know?
uses the word Evermore several times in her songs.
It's wild.
It must have a profound meaning to her.
Yeah. I wonder what it is. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm like, was Midnight supposed to come after Reputation? Like, not the Midnights with the songs, but like the theme of Midnights. Like she had already had it in her mind. Like,
maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Because you know how a lot of them like link all together. So like,
yeah,
she did that. Like, I want your Midnights. But then again, on Lover, she's like, I've loved you 3 summers, and now I want them all. I mean, I don't know. Like she's very interesting like that. But I feel like the glitter part to me, like, because I've like tried to clean up glitter for like I've got glitter that's like I find that's from something like from like 5 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still have glitter in my carpet from making the Swiftyverse. I'll find like a little blue moon in my laundry room.
It's like, so it's like, to me, it's like glitter's like reminders. Like I've always feel glitter is like, here's reminders of like this shiny part of my life that we're just gonna be brushing up, like they're trying to sweep it up, right? But it's not gonna go anywhere. Like that's, you know, we can do this mundane stuff, but let me tell you something. You're always your shoe's gonna be covered in glitter. Like your shoe, it's gonna have glitter all over it. Like there's gonna be little trails of my little of the glitter that is my life.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Good one. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. To me, this song is very interesting, and it's an odd way to close out the album to me.
Yes, and also let's not forget, it was part of how she closed out Era's.
Oh, I know.
Tour too,
I know.
I picked on Mastermind. Yay!
Yes,
I got those 3 songs right.
Yes, you did.
The only thing I ever got right on Mastermind.
Well, I mean, like I know she's playing Long Live, like without question, she's playing Long Live at some point on this last show. And
I predicted Manuscript. Yeah, I predicted she would play. I didn't think she would play Manuscript until last show, and then and I was like, well, come on.
Manuscript has to be the last show, which is also interesting because in New Year's Day, where she's like, when you get to the last page, like I'm like of the manuscript, you know what I mean? Like, you know?
Oh,
like I'm like
interesting.
That's why I'm like, she's gonna play New Year's Day for 2 reasons. One, she's gonna want to say, "Hold on to the memories; they will hold on to you." Period. Mm-hmm. That's what she's gonna do, and then, but also, it's gonna be about getting to the last page of the manuscript. Yeah, the manuscript, you know.
Well, I mean, so much of it, I think, was, I think what the manuscript is really about is putting all of that behind her.
Yes. Final.
All the Snake Gate stuff, all the guys from the past, all the Joe, all the John, all the Jake, all the J names,
all of them. Hiddle Swift, like all of this.
Yes, and I do hope she sticks to that, and that from now on she doesn't revisit those things, at least obviously. In obvious ways, you know?
Yeah.
Just because I think it would be a challenge for her, creatively, but also, you know, you know me, I'm like sensitive to the criticisms of her. And like, I'm so tired of the most common criticism, right?
Yes.
She only writes about her exes and her breakups and
yeah, but like, so what? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know, but
she's like, I want to fight. Yeah, like I get pissed off too, and I get like really sad about it, and I get like, God, these people are so dumb. But like, it's, I mean, I don't care what she's writing about. She could literally write about like a lawnmower, and I'd be like,
absolutely,
like, what's the metaphor?
In the most beautiful, profound way.
Yeah, and it's like. Right. And, you know, like, I don't see, here's the other thing that like gets me. It was like, I don't feel like, I mean, I tried to spend a day like doing this in my head. Like, what if somebody told me that, Holly, you could no longer talk or reflect upon everything that's ever happened to you up until this point? You can, like, you can only talk about, reflect about, and relate to things that happen from this conversation forward. And I'd be like, well, what you're asking me is to erase my entire life.
That's because it's all those things that make you who you are.
Right. Like, like and the things that have like harmed me, and the things that have made me happy, and the things that have like changed the trajectory. And like, you're basically like asking me to stop talking about everything that I have ever known and experienced to satisfy you.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's an unfair avenue that people take with her, because it's like, it's her life. It literally is her life. Like, and she's created it in, she's made it artwork. And when she wants to bring those things up, and if she wants to reflect on them, if something happens that, you know, triggers an event that happened in her past, could you imagine being like, and I'm forbidden to talk about anything that's ever happened to me, so I can only talk about this in the here and now?
Yeah. No, you're right. I think she was just kind of putting a creative challenge out there for herself.
Yeah, and I mean,
she would do. Of course she would do that.
Yeah, like but there are people that are like, dude, like, her next album better not be anything about anything that's ever happened to her before. Like, what? What do you, I mean, you have to have something to pull from. Usually pull things from the past because you don't know what the future is going to be. You know what I mean? Like, you can only write about things that have happened, unless it's all, you know.
Well, unless if you want to be good.
Right. I mean, like, come on. And she's the best
you could write crap and have it be about nothing because, you know, it's catchy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any heart to it. Like, you can, and that's, you know, that's one part of pop music.
That is one part. Yeah, but she's not, like, she's, whatever she's, like, I have, like, fear not. You know what I mean? Like, fear not. Whatever she does is going to kick ass. And it's going to be incredible.
I can't imagine her coming out with an album and me being like, ew.
No, it's never happened.
Yeah.
It's never happened to me once. I'm endlessly amazed. Like, I am in awe of her, like, literally daily, that I'm like, oh, okay, so whatever she's going to do, whenever she's going to release the other ones that need to be released, whenever, it's going to be the best time ever. And I'm going to be so sated and so excited for it that I don't even know, like, what to do with myself. Whatever her next album is, amazing. Like, if she takes 2 years off, like, good for her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could, like, I'm still just, like, decoding the depth of Tortured Poets. Like,
same.
I'm feeling like she made this on purpose to take, like, a 2-year break so we could, like, fully decode it in that time period and then her come out with something else. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so dense and so deep. And, like, I
just had just like 2 days ago. I mean, how many times have I listened to Peter? It's one of my favorites.
Me too.
But I just, like, heard a line in a bit of a different way, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to save it for when we discuss Peter. When we burn Peter.
When we burn Peter.
So, but I just, because I wasn't even, like, 100% convinced that Peter was about Maddie for a long time, but now I am 100%.
Oh, definitely.
Convinced.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
I mean, I've been convinced for a while, but now I am 100%.
Yeah.
So.
I think, I mean, I don't know. I think it's very interesting. Like, her relationship with Maddie, I find fascinating.
Yes, and I think if we want to tie it a little bit back to New Year's Day, like, I think she saw him as somebody who could handle all of this because he grew up with famous parents. He has a lot of, I mean, not as much attention in the US, but certainly in England. He's had a lot of controversies. He's had a lot of people following him around. He has a lot of, you know, he's a showman. He's doing all of these things. So I think that she really thought that he could handle the Taylor Swiftness of it all. Yeah. And obviously he couldn't because he's the smallest man who ever lived.
Yeah, definitely.
So he really could not for not even 3 months.
No.
But, and I think that's another reason why it hurt her so bad. I mean, there's layers and layers. I think that's why it hurt her so badly. And then there are, you know, 27, 28 songs about it. But I think that's one.
Just on this album. I mean,
on this album.
I think he's sprinkled all over a lot of places now that I've, like, gone back and listened. I'm like, oh man.
Absolutely. And maybe we'll have to, like, do an entire episode as to, like, you know,
for
songs secretly, or that now that we think are about him or whatever.
Definitely.
But
yeah.
And there may be songs about him in the future.
Yeah, I would think that there would be, because I think the biggest hurt of all to her in this regard was that I think he was the one person that she felt was her equal in
Mhm.
the music world,
Yeah.
songwriting skill wise, and just like emotional, like on this weird emotional level. And when you like go back and like look at like all these different 1975 songs, it's very clear like they were writing songs back and forth to each other, you know, in albums. It's wild. And I think
I really do need to like listen to some 1975 songs because I still haven't, but
oh my god,
I know it would probably inform
you will
bit, but
die when you make some of these connections. You'll be like, oh my god, like what? Like no, they're back and forthing, and it's very, very interesting. And I think that like every good artist needs a muse. You know, they were each other's muse, and then it, you know, became something else. But I think that's also why on New Year's Day it's kind of like I'll be Queen of Buzz with you, but like there's this nonchalantness to this song that I get like vibes of. That's like I don't know, like I really love you, but there's other things occurring in my life here. Do you know what I mean? I just feel that in this song. Like,
but do you think she really felt that way, or do you think it's that self-protection that like you're pretending that you're not as attached to it as you really are, either because you're trying to fool yourself or you're trying to fool the other person?
Well, either way, it doesn't matter because
I know there. It doesn't matter.
You know what I mean? Like it's still there. Like either whether she's faking it or like trying to hide it, or if it's her safety, it's still like in the room. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. There's just something about this song that like I don't know. Like it's so distant. You know what I mean? Until it's like the part that draws me in personally. It's like the part that's like, you know, hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. But like when you really think about that, it's just like hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. You're never escaping this. So enjoy it while you're here. Enjoy this and make the best of it, because you're never gonna live this down. Like these are going to follow you around. So like it. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't, then you know, please don't become the stranger whose laugh I can recognize anywhere. But honestly, like if you need to, this would be a good moment for like you to maybe bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just something weird. There's something like I don't know. I don't know. Like
a little detached.
A little detached. Yeah, like extremely detached to me. Like I
Which
want your business.
Me as a self-defense, like a defense.
Yeah, totally. Like and maybe it is, but like at the end of the day, she was right. Right? He couldn't handle it.
Yeah, she saw it coming.
He couldn't handle it. And it was like apparent from like day one. Like, oh, he's like covering his head with his coat, like running into the car. Like, what is this guy doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like she disappears and that's when like they're happy. And I mean, like, look at the escapism that she went through when she was like writing folklore and like she was escaping.
Yeah.
You know?
Writing songs that we now think were about Maddie.
I mean, right? And then like that brief period of like that, you know, when it was like Maddie was writing things for Midnights. Did you hear this? Like he was
no.
And then he was also like going to be featured on the Vault of 1989. And
no, what? Tell me.
I mean, like,
heard this.
It's just like it's like rumored to have happened.
Okay.
Like writing sessions and all of this and working together during Midnights, which I think is so interesting when you think about the first visuals that we got for Midnights were 70s themed.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up, because that has always been something that I've not understood. It's most of the visuals we've had for Midnights is very 70s, especially like the phone call, like when she revealed the song titles,
the color, like everything,
anti-hero and everything. Because I'm not a fan of like a 70s aesthetic, so I was like really like, I'm not looking forward to this aesthetic.
Yeah, but I think
then it changed, and it's blue is the color for Midnight's, and even in the Eras tour, it was not 70s at all. It was very like, it was blue. It was very like it was very I can't think of the word. Almost like cartoonish in a sense, you know, like the lavender haze clouds.
Yeah.
It
was like
not
like
the same aesthetic.
It was like a augmented reality kind of.
Yeah.
But like in the original, like it was very deeply 70s coded. Like her corduroy pants, like her like shirts, everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, interesting that like Maddie's in the 1975. I mean, I think that's like there's little call outs. Like I don't know. And I could just be like making this up completely off. Like I sort of, I mean, but like to me it's like, why is this 70s theme? And then she like released, like she sang Anti-Hero the first night at a 1975 show.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like those first visuals were like, this is the 70s. Just straight up. Like all the textures, all the colors, there's oranges, the blues, like just the aesthetic, like
that
the,
orange
back on that furniture. Yeah, like it's like this is the 70s.
Mustard yellow.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, I'm like, and which is weird because she wasn't even alive in the 70s. If she was like doing like Anti-Hero, like when like running around in like her childhood house, or like some of the scenes that she had from, you know, one of her sleepless nights in making this album. Like she, like 70s weren't even involved. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there was like a part of that aesthetic.
But she'd already done the 80s.
She had to have done these, but she put in the 70s.
Yeah,
and dropped it.
Like,
I feel like it was I feel like it was like a
because the jewel is
little winky.
Nothing. 70s.
I feel like it's like a ding 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 wink 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 to Maddie. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just like making this up, but like,
no, I think you're really onto something. That
a weird whisper.
I feel like that answers a question that I've had in my head.
Yes,
for a long time.
Good. What question was it?
Well, about why the aesthetic changed.
What?
Like why the aesthetic of that era changed.
I think that's why. I think something happened that was like, oh, I mean, I think that I don't know. Like, I'm still piecing it together, and I have this one very loose theory that I'm not ready to like fully like talk about.
Expose. Okay.
But it is like this. It's something that hit me the other day, and I was like, oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. This is very like it's very Maddie coded, but like I don't say that in a bad way. Like,
right.
I truly respect this relationship that she had. Like I really do, because it was one that was serious to her. You know, obviously,
absolutely,
it was of importance enough to write this monstrous, epic masterpiece that is The Tortured Poets Department. So
yeah. I mean, like, I don't get it. Like, I don't think
get it either. But
that attractive. He obviously has some views that I don't.
But I don't care. Like, you know what I mean?
True.
Like, absolutely.
I didn't get why she liked Joe. I didn't get why she liked Calvin Harris. I mean, you know, whatever. Taste is subjective. We don't have to see the same things in
but
the
I
men
it
she
because
does.
It was clearly a big influence on her life, and it how this relationship in it's all of its facets held a huge place in her life, and it was like a shocking devastation. So for that, I respect it. And
what's it got to be like then to not have that at all?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what
Hopefully
happens.
Freeing.
Hopefully it is freeing. I mean, hopefully it's freeing. You know, I hope that it is freeing.
I mean, she seems so much more free.
Absolutely. And she, you know, she's with a man that like is highly respects her and applauds. supports her and all that.
Supports her, has fun with her.
Yeah, and I think that she's like
enjoys life. It's very grounded. Is
family.
I think is as focused as she is.
Yes.
I mean, he just last Sunday.
Oh my God, the surprise party.
Oh my God. I could talk for hours about the surprise party. That's not even what I was going to talk about. The record that he broke.
Oh yeah, okay.
At the game.
Yeah.
On Christmas. I'm sorry, not on Sunday. On Christmas, he broke the, I don't know, the tight end record of tight ending.
Yeah.
I don't really know the footballness of it all, even though I was watching the game, because my dad wanted to watch it. But but I mean, he's no slouch in his profession.
No.
And so he gets it. Yes. Can we go back to the party? Because that is the most.
It's like,
did I romantic.
Cry? I literally cried. I was crying. No, I cried.
No, me too. Like,
girl, I cried.
I mean, and let's not pretend. I mean, we know he had help. Okay, obviously he had help. He had party planners, but he had these ideas, and
that 22 hat was his idea, and I can't.
And the cleaning part was had to have been his idea, and I just picture him like getting an idea and calling up the party planner and just being like, "Oh my God, but what if we had this?" You know, and yeah, other people maybe made it happen, but I feel like so many of those ideas were his. And obviously, it was a surprise party, which I've never had a surprise party for me. So my sisters had two that my parents have thrown. Not that I'm bitter or anything like that. The thought and care. I don't know. I think it's just really beautiful if somebody plans a surprise party for you or any surprise for you.
Yeah.
It's just, especially like if you're an overthinker, for somebody to truly surprise you, that's a big deal. And she's an overthinker. Yep. She's one of us in that regard.
Definitely.
And that like to have a party and like to celebrate this big, huge thing that you did, but to do it in a way that is fun, that is like reverent, but also like allows her to experience it in a way that she didn't get to experience it.
Totally.
That is the piece of it that is so genius to me.
It's insanely thoughtful. It's like it's over the top thoughtful and like selfless to do something like that. Like, you know, anyone can throw like a party, but like to really pick out like the highly like sentimental parts of this huge thing that you just finished, you know, just accomplished, and I think it's just incredible. The 22 hat had me dying. I was like crying so hard when I saw it. I was like,
saved that picture in my phone.
I was like,
I've saved that picture in my phone because
I'm like,
I may have to add it to my collage.
The greatest. It's literally the greatest.
It's so beautiful. It's just her face.
I know.
When she's getting it, shows you that she. And I have to believe, like, he gave the speech, and it was a beautiful speech. We don't know what he said. I wish we could know what he said, but I'm glad they have their privacy. And you know, it was at the very end of the speech that he was just like, and now we're blah, 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 whatever he said. Totally. And she just, you can see in her face how loved and special and
noticed.
Yeah, seen. How seen she felt.
Yeah, definitely. Like
in that moment. And she probably felt as special and cared for as each one of those 22 hat
and like
recipients felt at every single concert.
That's the part that is amazing to me about the whole thing is like, okay, if you like, you could be Taylor Swift's boyfriend and like throw this party and like just wear like the Eras Tour shirt. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but like when you pick out the part that means the most to her fans and relay it into now I'm like bestowing this upon you, like that.
Well, it had to have been the most special part for her too. to like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
like you took this special moment that you have to be paying attention. You know what I mean? And actually truly caring about this woman's like, you know, tour and these shows.
I'm
To
gonna
like,
freaking cry.
no, it's really overwhelming to like be able to like pinpoint that out and go like, I'm gonna give her the 22 hat. Like you have to really be caring to do that. Like you have to like truly love this person to go, I'm gonna care enough about this entire performance enough to like pick out the things that were so great about it, besides her, of course, being the greatest thing. But like the cleaning cart, giving her the last 22 hat. Girl, I cried for like 4 days straight. I'm getting ready to cry now. Like over that. I was like, this man, oh my God.
Do you think he wrote something?
Yes. Without question. Without question. There is not a doubt in my mind. No doubt. Yes, he wrote something amazing in there. Yes. And it's like, who knows what it is, but it's something incredible. Did you see her face when she first walked in? Like it was like,
yes, like she
it was like surprised, but not in like the normal Taylor like way. It was like
yes,
like
yes.
This never happened to me before. It was amazing.
Again, it's like, because when you're somebody who, because I'm that person, I think about all the possibilities.
Yep.
Ahead of time. Like it is really hard to surprise me because I'm already thinking, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. Or I wish it was this, I wish it was this, I wish it was this.
Right.
And I ruin it for myself because if it becomes one of those things, I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
I already figured that out. Yay.
Yeah. Awesome.
To be genuinely surprised and not have any clue, not have any, it just, I don't know how she didn't just burst into tears because that's what I would do.
I think she probably did, and like we don't have those pictures.
Yeah, they just didn't release those pictures.
Yeah, because like you can tell in her face in that one, like her nose is all right. Like you can tell that she was like crying. Like it was like first of all, she's the one that's always like the surpriser. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She gets to dazzle everyone all the time, and like he took that like burden away from her. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do this to you because you do it to everyone else in the world. So I'm going to give you this. And it was like, it's so incredible to me.
Didn't I say something about that in You're on Your Own Kid? I swear to God, I have to go. This is why I keep notes. So I can go back and I can refer.
I've got to fix this light while you're doing that really quickly. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Just, you can say it out loud.
I was talking in You're on Your Own Kid about not getting back what you give to people.
Oh.
And that's what Travis does. He gives back what she gives.
Yep.
Like they are at the same level, not just professionally, but emotionally. And the way that they get, their families have that similar not aesthetic. You know, like the support, closeness. The love, the
support system. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And like
like he's giving her what she gives to everybody else. You're exactly right. And
also, like, do you know how much like you have to trust somebody to actually be surprised? Like,
yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a complete like my guard is completely down. That I'm not even like scheming over like what this, like I just am like, oh, we're going to a casual dinner. Okay, of course that we are.
Right.
And
like, how many people were at that party?
I know.
That kept it a secret.
I know. It's amazing. It's so great. And it's like if I was one of her friends there, I'd been like, thank God this is finally happening. You know what I mean? Like, thank God somebody's doing this. You know, like the man in her life is finally doing something like this. Thank God. And thank God she's not with Joe, who would be like, let's never talk about the Eras Tour again. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, can we just like book into this and move on? And he's like, let's keep this dream going. You know
I mean? But we're going to still talk about that tour you did.
Right. Like,
but I read a script the other day, and you know, like my agent.
Right.
I don't think he has a company accent, but
but whatever. Like, you might as well. Like,
I can do right now.
Yeah.
I've had 3 sips of champagne, people.
Hold on.
And no predicting what I could do.
Did anyone notice that he showed up in one outfit, then changed into his outfit that he did for stage.
Yes, don't drop the baby. And he had the makeup brush.
I know, I'm dying. Oh, this guy thought of everything, and she was truly celebrated in a private situation. That's also like super great because it's like there's no this like, oh, he just did this for like publicity. You know what I mean? Like I can see how this could also have been like a former boyfriend, like, oh, he's just doing this for like.
I mean, people tried to spin it that way. The haters, of course.
No,
oh, it's cheesy. Oh, it's, I mean, of course he wore the outfit that he wore on stage, but
what do you mean? Of course he did. Like this takes so much planning, and like,
was he gonna wear the Reputation? Although that would be funny if you wore the Reputation bodysuit. But yeah, I mean, because that was a special moment between them of her letting him be on stage and him doing that. I mean,
like memorializing him in this like historic event. First of all, is like groundbreaking in and of itself. But like him realizing and understanding that and knowing it and taking it to the next level of where like I'm gonna like get back in this outfit and like, you know, party all night with these friends of yours that I invited to celebrate you fully. I mean, like the friendship bracelets, the light up bands, like all of it.
Yes. And like who knows what conversations they had. Maybe she was like, oh my God, this is the most handsome you've ever looked. And so he wanted to look that handsome for her. Maybe. We don't know, and we don't have to know. But it's like, why do people have to assume the worst? Why can't we assume the best?
Oh, I assume the best on this 100%. Assume the best 100%.
I mean, I do too, which I just...
There's just, other people, I was like, I don't get it.
I just want to talk back to these people who...
Yeah. It's like, just shut up. Like, seriously, you would die if this happened to you. You'd be so happy. You can't stand it. You're just jealous. And
exactly. And it's like why can't we... Where's your energy for... any other celebrity, any other, I mean, it's why I don't get it. I don't get it. I want to study it. I want someone to fund me so that I can go out into the world and talk to these people and really try to understand. Because it's a psychological phenomenon. Whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe I have to, the Taylor Swift effect. I don't know. It's not normal.
No, it's not normal.
I mean, I don't like to use that word, but there's some reason behind that.
I think it's raging jealousy.
I mean, you can be jealous of a lot of different celebrities.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, you know, it's very rare in our lives that we get to see like a true like hero story play out in a non-movie. And I think that the people that were a part of the Snakegate situation really thought that they were on the team that was winning, and they celebrated that person's whole catalog of bullshit. And I think that when the true hero emerges victorious, it's a very difficult thing to watch. Plus, I mean, I think a lot of people are like, you know, they don't know anything really about her at all besides the crap that they read.
That's true.
Basically untrue anyway. So it's like they don't know the whole story. They don't know like how hard she's worked, how much she's given to this, and the crap that she's had to deal with along the way, especially usually with her boyfriends. You know what I mean? Like, honest to God, like most of her boyfriends have given her like the most problems of all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, besides, like, obviously the you know, the Kardashians, whatever. But like, other than that, it's usually like, you know, the people that she feels the closest to betray her. And so to have like this like massive outpouring of love from this person that is, you know, with her and celebrates her and plans for it like in secret, you know what I mean? Like, that to me is so incredibly just hopeful, and it's just so incredibly like inspiring, and I love it so much, and I like, I can't imagine how elated she like, and probably in like full disbelief, like I cannot believe that, like I can't believe this is what this night was like, all of this work, tedious, meticulous planning, just for me to be able to like, you know, kind of soak it all in like from a different angle what the Eras Tour was. And you know, also like I mean, look, I cried for like a week after the Eras Tour was over. Like I was like straight up mega depressed about it. Yeah. Can you imagine what she was feeling? I mean, she was probably like I miss it so much. It was like something I created that I was a part of. Like I loved like every night I loved it. Like to not have that was probably such a like a dip in the serotonin or dopamine, you know, thing. And probably like I just and he probably saw that and was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw her this monstrous, awesome, you know, party to show her that like even though it's over, it still meant the world to like the people closest to you, and we want to show you what you know what we just want to celebrate you exclusively inside this Eras Tour. And like that
because she was working. I mean, that was work for her. I mean, I'm sure it was fun, but it was also really, really hard work. And it wasn't, I mean, there were moments where she could have fun and she could celebrate and, you know.
but probably very few.
With camp. But that party was her really getting to have fun in that element.
Yeah. With her family and friends. You know what I mean? Like in this way that's like, you know, somebody else is saying how like somebody close, like my significant other is like giving me the last 22 hat. I think is like honestly like the greatest. I don't think they're like, even if there was no party and he just did that, like it was, like literally so sweet to do.
I agree. You know? I agree. And like it shows that he listens to her. He
pays attention to the crowd, her fans. He pays attention to her fans. Like it's just like all this level of depth.
Because he was a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably number one fan. You know what I mean? Like
let's hope.
Obviously, you know what I mean. And
besides us,
yeah. Like I just really am. I just love that. I think it's the most touching, real, true show of like I've been paying attention, babe, this whole time. You know what I mean? I've been paying attention to you and your fans and these moments that you guys have been capturing, and I want to capture this for you in a different way. Like to make you the receiver of this hat is beautiful. And this has nothing to do with New Year's Day, except for the fact that I don't think that she would ever in a million years, we're never going to hear a New Year's Day themed blah, like not blah, but like I don't really know where this is going, but like take all the memories and hold on to them because you're never getting rid of them anyway. About Travis, it's never happened. Like that chapter is fully done. Like I cannot
no more of the self-defense, the defense mechanism.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I hope
she doesn't have to.
Yeah, and I hope I'm right I hope I'm right on this because I'll be devastated if I'm not. But like, I hope that this is like her, like Travis will never get a New Year's Day song because he'll get like something. He'll get her forever, you know. It won't be just a day, you know. And he can take all of the shit that comes with being her. I mean, there's just so many things that comes with it that he's like, bring it on. Like, bring it on. And I mean, I think the surprise party was like even more of like, I'm not sick of it. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like another.
Yeah. And also like, because he couldn't be at the last one. He couldn't be at the last show. So it was sort of his way to be at the last show.
Yeah. And like, it just shows like I'll still talk about the Eras Tour with you. Like I'm still
and I'll be there even when I can't be there.
Yeah, and like just because it's over, like I still like I'm so proud of you for this, and like I'll throw a party about it. Like it's not like oh thank God this thing is over and we can like stop talking about like the Eras Tour. You know what I mean? Like whatever people do, you know. But like he's like oh no we're not quite done yet. Like we're doing another full Eras Tour. You know what I mean? Like I think that's remarkable and. He will never be in the New Year's Day.
No. No.
He's like, glitter, bring it on. I live in glitter. I don't care.
He
The more glitter, the better.
He is. He's like the embodiment of glitter.
Yeah, he's like, bring it on, babe. Like, if there's gonna be like whatever, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed by all of it. Like, I don't care. Like, and like, in fact, I invited in. Like, I
Yeah.
will.
And he's like, is there anything clean up? Who cares? It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun, and we're having fun. And so, you know, I think that's the best thing that we can hope for her. You know what I mean? And I think it's just super happy.
For ourselves.
Yeah, and for ourselves. And I can't wait to hopefully see the pictures one day of their wedding, because I know that they won't tell anybody.
Right, I agree.
I hope that they get like a super private wedding.
Me too.
But I do hope that afterwards we do get to see the pictures.
Yeah, at least like one or two.
Yeah, like
I want to see
the dress.
And
I want to see them looking at each other.
His crazy suit, because you know he's not going to wear some normal.
No, and I would love to hear like the best man and like the speeches, like all the speeches. I would love to hear, because they would be epic. They'd be epic and super amazing. But I'm like super happy for her and for him and for the whole thing. And I'm super glad that like these, like, you know, this doubt and like anxiety that she's had in pretty much every single album.
Yes.
I feel like is being laid to rest. You know what I'm saying? And I think that her writing from a true like point of like, this is, I'm so solid, is going to be
joy and being loved up and just.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an explosive, like amazing time in her career. Like, I truly do.
Well, I stand by my theory that TS12 is going to be some era's soundtrack-ish, and TS13 is going to be the Travis, the rock,
the alchemy,
the love. It's going to be
so high schoolness of it all.
Mm-hmm.
The prophecy come to life. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be
incredible. It's going to be incredible, and I cannot wait. I'm like so excited. I'm so excited.
Should we, since it's almost 2025, should we make like a prediction for Taylor or a resolution for Taylor for 2025?
I will make a prediction. Okay, so yes, I'll make a prediction that I think that she's gonna take this entire year off. Like, I think she's gonna take 2025 off. I think she's going to like really focus on her relationship and writing and whatever she wants to do. I think that Travis Kelce is going to retire this year, and I think
after his third Super Bowl win.
Yeah, after his third Super Bowl win, I think that he is going to retire. I think that they're going to spend a lot of time together. I think she's going to release Reputation and Debut, obviously. And then I think in 2026, she's going to come out with some crazy new music. In my dreams, I hope she wins album of the year, but I don't think she will. But she should. It's deserved. Yeah. She should. And I guess my resolution for her would be just to enjoy, like, just completely block out anything like that's negative, like that that people are saying or doing. Like, just truly block it out and have the best time of your life. Like literally just have the greatest time of your life. That is what I hope for her for 2025. Like, just absorb it. Yeah. What about you?
Predictions. I do think she's going to release Debut. I think it will be sort of a low-key release, though. I think she'll like announce the release. She'll do a little bit of press when it actually gets released, but and maybe like one music video for one of the songs. But I just don't think it's going to be a big release.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she will marry Travis, but I think it will be totally secret.
Yes.
We won't hear about it, maybe even until like a month or two after.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's possible that there's maybe a baby possibility as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Either, again, like I said in the last episode, I think it's a situation where, you know, I think we're not going to hear about it until like the baby's actually here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I think please perform Fortnite with Post Malone at the Grammys. I need it so badly.
I need it
because I needed it at the Eras tour. It didn't happen. That's okay. But I need it at the Grammys. Like,
I do so.
Inject it into my veins. Please, yes. I need it.
I do need that.
So that's it in terms of predictions.
Okay.
Resolution, just like go off the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it would be really good for her. I think it would be good for everybody, honestly. I think, like, I don't want her to become overexposed, or her and Travis to become overexposed, because I do think the Chiefs do seem to be, again, I'm not a big football person, but it does seem like they are on track to possibly win a third Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
That's going to be a big thing, and the Grammys are going to be, so the start of the year, I think there's still going to be a lot of them in the news. And so I think, you know, them lay low, be with each other, do their thing, be, you know, as regular as they can be, and have the most fun.
Have the most fun.
Yeah. And then just like be a little low key.
Yeah. And just do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like whatever like makes you happy, just do that. And like, who cares? Like just do whatever. Like she's earned a lifetime of just doing whatever she wants to do to make her happy. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Just do it. You know what I mean? Whatever that is. And that, like, we will all be here and still talking about Tortured Post Department. So like until
absolutely. She gave us so much to chew on for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. And she always will. Like, her next thing will be, I mean, it will our minds will be blown regardless. Like, I don't even care what it is. I'll be mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Yay. Well, I am so excited that we got to talk about New Year's Day.
Me too. We'll do the last little.
Put on.
I just hope that everybody has some more memories of 2024. It'll be hard for some of us to come up with some more memories.
Yeah, I'm erasing this year from my entire life.
But I just wish good things in 2025 for all of us, because we kind of all need it. It's been a hard year.
It's been
I don't know
very
anybody who is like 2024 was amazing.
No, I'm like
anybody. I've never heard anybody say that.
No, 2024 has been the worst for me personally. But aside from the Swiftyverse and Sparkx Fly, like everything else, I can just never revisit again. So in 2025, I'm looking like I'm like very much looking forward to expanding the Sparkx Fly world and the Swiftyverse and all of that. And I've got a bunch of stuff coming up for that. But I am just really hoping that everyone, you know, finds their joy, braces on, and embraces what makes them joyful, and just rolls with it, because it's like, really, that's all we've got. The things that make us happy, and that is it. So
let's celebrate the things that make us happy.
Yeah.
Don't let people make you feel ashamed or bad or whatever.
No.
For the things that make you feel joy.
Yes. Unapologetic kindness and unapologetic joy is how we roll in the Swiftyverse and on Sparkx Fly. And I can't wait to see all the fun things that happens to everybody like throughout this year. So I am very excited about that. And I have no doubt it will be amazing.
Should we tease our next episode?
Sure.
Well, actually, we can tease our next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because Holly and I are both the January babies.
Yes.
I'm January 12th and she's January 30th. So the next 2 episodes are going to be, first one's going to be my choice and it's gonna be a secret. We're not telling what our choices are gonna be. And then the one after that is gonna be Holly's choice of a song that we're gonna burn. And we would like you guys to try to guess
Yes.
what songs we are gonna pick.
Guess them.
There might be what songs we're gonna pick yet. I can't decide.
There might even be there might be a prize I could get. There might be a prize if you guess it right. Like I'm feeling the champagne right now, so and I'm on video. So I think we'll do it. Like we'll do it. We'll do a giveaway if you guess them right.
Basically as full as it was when I poured it, and yours. There you go. And I'm feeling it.
Mine's gone.
3 sips, and I was like, "Woo!" in the middle of this.
I'm like, no, done. So yeah. So if you guess ours right, prize, special super surprise.
Yes. So
yay!
And we're not gonna like try to pick like hard songs. Like I mean, we're gonna pick songs we've talked about, and
I'm gonna pick the song that I really want to talk about the most.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really want to talk about like 50 songs, so that's why it's hard to pick.
But I'm gonna be picking out of my top 5. I'll be picking my number 1, obviously. So I'm gonna need to think about it because I don't even know what that is. Yeah, because
number 1 changes.
Yeah, I don't know what it is currently at this moment.
Well, on your Swift list, I don't think you have your 5 songs picked out, do you? I think you skipped that part.
Well,
which seems very rude because we all had to do it. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
I think I have done it. I
feel like I looked at it at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, even if it was on my top 5 Swift list, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the one that I want to dissect the most.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Swift list is not necessarily going to give you any clues because I don't update my Swift list. I mean, I would have to update my Swift list weekly. Yeah. If it was really.
Yeah. And so I don't know, but try to guess. But I mean, I sort of do know, it's between 3. I have 3 that I must talk about.
Mine's between 3 as well. And one of your 3 and my 3 we have the same one on the list. So I don't know, maybe those have to cancel each other out or something. I don't know. Let's talk about the rules privately.
We'll figure it out. It's no big deal.
That's what's coming for January. And for those who've been following along, I have my surgery January 17th. So when we do Holly's birthday episode, I may be in jammies or something. But I got Taylor Swift jammies for Christmas, so it'll be on theme.
Aww. Well, maybe I'll get Taylor Swift jammies and we can match.
Well, I would not recommend getting them from the company I got them from because it was a whole thing.
Okay.
It took forever for my dad to get them, but they are very, very cute. But
okay. Well, we don't have to match.
Now we can have a little pajama party for your birthday.
What?
We could have a pajama party for your birthday.
We could. We could have a PJ party.
Aw, cute.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm excited about that and everything else that's coming up. So yeah, let's just close it out.
We can use these for party hats, for birthday hats.
We could. Oh, a unicorn?
Mm-hmm.
Unicorn party. I like mine on the side. I don't know why.
It's more fashion.
I feel like an ice cream cone, but I don't care. I feel like an ice cream. Anyway, let's do
our thing, girl.
Do our thing. All right. So as always.
Wait, we didn't have
what?
You didn't do any magic today.
I didn't do magic. I don't know why. Magic didn't happen.
I don't.
Because I don't.
When we do our outro,
I don't summon it. All right. So
I know.
As always, peace,
love, and Swifties
forever.